Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial actually. Usually, when it comes to JJS skill building, I get a lot of my skill building knowledge from YouTube tutorials and such. But, you know, one thing that every character needs to have are M1's, okay? Now, depending on what character you're making, the M1's might be different, but, you know, fundamentally, they're all the same, okay? You click and you do a punch. Now, for JJS accurate M1's, the ones on YouTube are pretty outdated. Like, I think if we go right now, I searched up JJS M1 tutorial. The most recent one is like from 4 weeks ago, which is still a pretty damn long time. Okay, that's almost a month of it since the tutorial. Okay, now there might be another YouTuber that's made a newer M1 tutorial, but you know, for the sake of this video, ours is the newest M1 tutorial. Okay, we're gonna be making M1's, not from scratch though. As you can see, I have separated, or I've made a character block just for this video. It is actually an exact replica of this character I'm making, but it's just the M1's. So okay, we have our 4 M1's. Now before we even look into the M1's, we have to understand the order of which the M1's play. It goes from top to bottom, not hard to understand, but if I put this 4th M1 at the top, as you can see, it'll do the ragdolling one first instead of the other 3, which is pretty important to understand. Okay, so keep that in mind. You know, it goes from top to bottom. Alright, now we're gonna finally go into the M1's. We're gonna go into this one first, okay? Now, first thing you might notice, we have a couple of branches, and we also have, yeah, we have a couple of branches. First thing you're gonna notice, okay? We have no sprint and no jump, and this is because in JJS M1's, you cannot sprint or jump while you do them. You can do it before and after, but you cannot do it during, alright? We have our melee animation. I chose this one because I kind of like it. We have the melee trail, which is to visualize which limb is we're attacking from. Okay, when we do the animation, it'll play the melee trail along with the animation. So, you know, it's just to make it look a little nicer. We have a weight block to sync the animation and the M1 hitbox from actually playing. And finally, we have the M1 hitbox. Some people kind of like changing the M1 size depending on like what they're doing. Like if they have a weapon, they might make the M1 hitbox larger. But if you're just using like an animation, like if you're just punching with your fist or you're kicking, I like using the default hitbox size. I think it matches the average M1 hitbox pretty well. Ignore wake up is off, obviously, if you want to simulate regular JJS M1's. Stun, I always like to keep the stun below a second or just enough stun to confirm into the second M1, because like fighting M1's with really long stun sucks really bad, okay? So keep that in mind. Damage doesn't really matter as long as it's just not like really fucking big. Like don't make atomic bomb M1's, okay? Obviously blockable, but not 360 blockable. So I can do like M1 side dashes and such. You can do M1 side dashes and catches and stuff. And also cancel enemy and stuff. And for our branches, we don't really need to use any of these except for branch target, which will send us to the target branch, aka when the target gets hit. And this branch is actually our visuals, okay? This branch will only play when you hit them, and this plays on the guy we hit, okay? Pretty self-explanatory. And finally, down here, we have our 2 hit cancels. This first one is for when we miss the M1. As you can see, it goes to branch swing, and when we miss our M1, it'll play the swinging sound. When we go to our swing branch, as you can see, it's literally just the swinging sound and then a 0.15 second wait to actually let the animation play out. So you can see, we go over here. Pretty simple. It's a little different when we go over to our hit branch though. We have a speed multiplier because when you hit someone in JJS, you actually slow down a bit so you can confirm the rest of your M1's and not like fucking fly past them. We have a velocity block because when we hit them, it'll send them backwards a little bit. As you can see, it's not, let me move this. As you can see, it's not like totally noticeable, but you can see they get sent back a little bit when we hit them. We have our hit sound right here, and then we have a 0.15 second wait to let the animation play out. Pretty simple if you ask me. This might seem a little complicated to the average skill builder Joe, or like the new skill builder, but it's pretty simple making M1's. One thing I like to do for convenience sake, is that I like to copy paste this first M1 3 times, because basically if you're making just regular M1 sets, the first 3 M1s are basically the exact same, okay? Like this is basically just the first one, but with a different animation, and same thing here with the second with different animation, but just make sure the animation syncs, okay? Like don't change the animation and then fuck up the timings. So now we go over to our M1 character. We M1 this guy over here. We can see it works pretty well, and not only that, but it's also synced, and when we miss the M1, it plays the miss sound. Alright, pretty cool. And as you can see, we can't really jump and do the M1. Alright. Alright, it's pretty smooth already, but we haven't even got to the most complicated part yet. So hold your horses, guys. Hold your horses. Alright, finally, we're gonna go over to the 4th M1, okay? Now, depending on how many M1s you have, this might be different. The 4th M1 might be different. Maybe you want 4 of these M1s, like 4 simple hits. But okay, basically we're just gonna change this to M1 finisher. Okay, this is the M1 that finishes your M1 string. All right, this is your M1 finisher. We're gonna rename it to M1 finisher. First thing you may notice, it's a little more complicated than the regular M1s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 separate branches, and on the default branch, we have 2 branch blocks. We have down slam and up tilt branch. And the reason we have these branches is actually because if we go to the corresponding branch that this branch block goes to, we go to conditions, you can see we actually have 2 conditions for the down slam, okay? Now, JJS is kind of condescending, so the way this works is very different, but is jumping is basically to check if you are holding the spacebar or not, which in this case, true means you're not supposed to be holding the spacebar, and false or in air is to check if you're in air. Pretty simple, okay? And false basically means true, okay? It's very, or false means you are in the air. It's very weird. I don't know why it's like that, but if they changed it now, it'd probably be very fucked up anyway, so. Same thing, we go over to our uppercut branch or up tilt, whatever you like to call it. As you can see, we don't have a condition to check if we are on the ground or not. This is because in real JJS you can still do many uppercuts while you're in the air, like you can uppercut surf and stuff, so you don't really need that condition. Only condition you need for uppercuts is to check if they are jumping, which in this case uppercuts only trigger when you are holding spacebar. So is jumping is correct, or I guess it's false, so it should be false. All right, finally we go over to our default branch. We're gonna look at all the things. Pretty normal, pretty standard, not that different from the other M1s we were making. Again, same formula, no sprint, no jump, animation, melee trail, 0.3 second wait, our hitbox, which can be slightly bigger if you want to just like make it easier to land or something, our hit cancels, and then a 0.15 second wait. A little thing different about the 4th M1 though, or I guess the finishing M1, is that this one actually ragdolls at the end. I guess if you want to make like M1 similar to Naoya, where you just send them far instead of ragdoll them, you can do that. But for this scenario, the final M1 just, you know, sends them back a bit. Let's get a dummy in here to showcase my example. As you can see, we hit them with the 4th M1. It'll send them back like that. Pretty simple, if you ask me. It's basically just the first 3 M1s, but instead of sending them back a bit, you ragdoll them. Alright, pretty simple. Same formula. Guess we could talk about the down slam branch first. Okay, we are on our down slam branch now. First thing we have no jump, because when you down slam, and you hit the ground, you might jump again, and then it's just gonna be wonky. So no jumps, just in there to polish it. We have our down slam animation. I don't know why it's this fast. I'm gonna be honest. Speed doesn't really matter as long as you sync it though. So okay, it's pretty okay. It's gonna be fine. We have our melee trail for our limb and stuff, for our animation. We have a wait, and then we have the hitbox, and then we have our hit cancels. It's basically the same thing, but okay, the hitbox is a little below us this time, and it also hits ragdolls. All right, it's basically the same thing as a regular M1, just a little different. And for our down hit branch, it's almost the same as this, but instead of sending them back and ragdolling them, we actually send them down and ragdolling them. This is the velocity I like to use for down slams. If there's a better one, you know, please tell me. but this is the velocity I like to use. -50 to send them down, and -10 to pull them down forward, I guess, for 0.1 seconds, and then obviously ragdoll them, and then 0.3 second wait, along with the downtime sound. Finally, we go over to our uppercut. We have no sprint, no jump for the exact same reason. No jump, so you can actually hold space and, you know, trigger the uppercut and not be janky. We have the up animation. We have the same thing, pretty much same thing, alright? We have our up animation. We have our melee trail. We have our 0.3 second wait, and we have our hitbox along with our hit cancels, okay? Now when we go to up hit, it's basically the exact same thing as the other two, but it sends them up. Like if we do this, or I don't know why I fucked up. Yeah, as you can see, they get sent up. Now this is the kind of velocity. This is the velocity I like to use for my uppercuts, but you can use a different one if you like. It's 90 velocity on the y-axis to send them up, and then 0.5 second wait, and then 20 velocity to send them forward. So you're like kind of going up and then forward. You're like making an arch. That's just what I like to use though. Sometimes it might be simpler to just send them up, I guess. But yeah, this is the M1. These are my M1s, okay? And you know, because I'm feeling nice today, I'm gonna put the code in the description for you guys and stuff. Once again, here are the M1s, like ba 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 ba. Here are the M1 misses, ba 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 ba. Here's the uppercut. Okay, pretty cool. Here are the down slams. Oh, look at that. And best thing of all, it's all red. It's all polished. It's all very nice. Also, if you want to make faster M1s, like my bullet moveset or whatever, just change the animation to be faster, and also change the weight block so it syncs up with the hitbox, alright? But that's pretty much all there is to it, alright? That's pretty much everything there is to M1 cycles. It's pretty simple if you ask me. It's just, you have to make it once, and then it's pretty damn annoying. But once you make it once, you can just copy paste it through every single one of your movesets, alright? Most of these guys here, I made M1s for this ogre guy here, and then after that, I just copy pasted them through every single character I've made after that, and I just tweaked it a little bit, okay? Once you make M1s once, you never have to make them again. That's one thing I like about this. That's one thing I like about Skillbuilder. You make M1s, you just copy paste it over and over again. That's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching. Type shit.